TLV closed, Palestine Rocket attack versus Israel Phosphorus Bombs. The war between Israel and Palestine is escalating and becomes more dangerous. Reports are coming in all night. Israel is now bombing Gaza. Multiple houses and buildings targeted, while people are escaping to shelters in Tel Aviv and other cities. All commercial flights from and to Tel Aviv's Ben Gurion Airport have been cancelled. Hamas has fired scores of rockets toward Israel, hitting Tel Aviv and the surrounding areas in retaliation for Israel's aggression against the Gaza Strip. Israel fires back even harder. The UN Security Council will hold an urgent meeting on Wednesday on the escalation between Israel and Palestinians, in its second such session in 3 days, according to diplomatic sources Tuesday. Air raid sirens and explosions were heard in Tel Aviv as well as in the towns of Holon and Givatiim. In Gaza, Omar Grabe tweeted, "I can't breathe properly. Black smoke is all over the sky, the air smells disgusting." Israel showers Gaza with white phosphorus bombs which are banned under international law. It burns and melts the flesh upon contact. This is literally inhumane. Fight for Palestine, fight for Gaza. This was another message received from Palestine. On and off Israelis were forced into shelters, texting each other to find out if loved ones are okay. During an I-24 news broadcast, reporters left the studio to escape to shelters in the Israeli city of Ashkelon. Shortly after this, I-24 reported a pipeline in this city was just hit. Twitter.com. Tensions have escalated in Jerusalem al-Quds, the occupied West Bank and Gaza throughout the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, amid the planned forced expulsions of dozens of Palestinians from the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood, where Israeli settlers are looking to take over Palestinian properties. The UN Security Council will hold an urgent meeting on Wednesday. Will be a closed-door meeting and has been requested by Tunisia, Norway, and China. The first, held Monday, ended without a joint statement, with the United States expressing reluctance to adopt a draft statement proposed by Norway. At this point, the media line reported from Israel. 2 civilians were killed and more than 80 wounded by Gazan rockets raining down on Israeli cities and towns on Monday and Tuesday, with no end in sight. The Israel Defense Forces estimated that Palestinian organizations in Gaza had fired more than 500 projectiles. The vast majority were directed at Israel's southwest minus the area adjacent to the Strip as well as the cities of Ashkelon and Ashdod minus, but Hamas fired 7 long-range rockets toward Jerusalem on Monday evening and warning sirens were sounded in Israel's capital and the nearby city of Beit Shemesh. Thousands of mostly young Orthodox Israelis were in the capital's streets, marking Jerusalem Day in celebration of its reunification under Israeli rule in 1967. Islamic Jihad, the second-largest armed organization in Gaza, fired an anti-tank missile at an Israeli civilian vehicle parked just outside the Strip on Monday. A video later released by the organization shows that its operatives saw that the driver was not wearing a uniform before they targeted the car. The driver, who had exited the vehicle and was a few yards away, was lightly wounded. Israel responded to the rocket fire with a long series of airstrikes against targets belonging to the Hamas terror organization in Gaza. The IDF spokesperson said that more than 130 attacks have been carried out, targeting ammunition storage and manufacturing sites. Hamas attacked tunnels intended for infiltration into Israel, and Hamas and Islamic Jihad operatives. Palestinian sources reported 26 casualties, including 9 children. Attacks against Hamas and Islamic Jihad targets in the Strip will continue, the IDF spokesperson said.